Shalom. I'm Messianic Rabbi Eric Walker, and welcome to this edition of Revealing Prophecy. Each week we connect the dots of the news from around the globe with biblical prophecy and talk about what was, what is, and what is to come. The Monologue is our original work, and all other articles are used giving credit to their respective resources. Although we do not always agree with the writers 100% of the time, we do respect many of their opinions. We invite you to visit ignitingnation.com for a full roster of daily interviews, and we encourage you to sign up for our newsletter and YouTube channel so you never have to miss out on any of our special offers and events. Here's a quick look at what we'll be covering on today's show. I'll be opening up with my monologue, followed by Iran's plan to foil the Gaza ceasefire by Khaled Abu Toumeh, the Feast of Hanukkah, History and Prophecy by Jack Kelly, 8 Reasons Donald Trump Could Lose by Charisma Magazine Stephen Strang, and the final story from World Israel News, Pompeo warns Iran as attacks mount on Iraqi bases used by U.S. troops. We'd like to open with this statement that there are approximately 2,500 prophecies contained in the Bible, of which over 2,000 have been fulfilled. Given that the Bible proves so reliable a document, there's every reason to expect that the remaining 500 prophecies, those stated for the time of the end, also will be fulfilled to the last letter. Who can afford to ignore these coming events, much less miss out on the immeasurable blessings offered to anyone and everyone who submits to the control of the Bible's author, God Himself? Would a reasonable person take lightly God's warning of judgment for those who reject what they know to be true about Jesus and the Bible, or those who reject Jesus' claim on their lives? This is my final monologue for 2019 as we begin our annual 2-week hiatus. We will return to our regular live broadcast schedule on Monday, January 6th. This year was a year of great testing, immense personal and corporate growth, and marks the end of our 3rd year of broadcasting. It also brought me my first grandchild. It was a year marked by the addition of many new featured guests, and we said goodbye to some old regulars. It's hard to put into words the many God connections God made during 2019. What you see on camera, especially with our featured guests who appear monthly, doesn't really do justice to the kingdom connection reflected in the on-camera interview. Some have become spiritual and academic advisors, and others have given me the opportunity to receive deep and personal counseling. God has opened doors to these connections and is using these devoted, anointed scholars and messengers to share life-giving insights into the Scriptures, the prophetic, life's challenges, and topics such as marriage, same-sex confusion, prophecy, prayer, politics, and much more. We've interviewed a wide range of guests ranging from the most well-known to the unknown, and have become a platform for reaching a global audience hungry to hear biblical truth. The stories shared touch the heart, feed the soul, and bring comfort for those struggling with their faith. And the fruit has been seen in the reports of salvations all across the world. Each year is highlighted by our annual Israel trip, and this year was no different with our 16th annual trip. It's a life-changing experience, and although our 2020 trip is sold out, you can visit ignitingnation.com/events for details on our 2021 trip. None of this would be possible without the extraordinary faithfulness and technical skills of our executive producer, Jason Bradley, who has been by my side every day and many nights for the past 5 years. In 2019, we interviewed over 600 authors and subject matter experts and launched a new website and the Biblical Truth Library, which contains almost 1,000 hours of audio and video teachings for the past 10 years. We are in awe of what God is doing in reaching the world and healing the nations with biblical truth. None of this would be possible without you, our viewers and contributors who have embraced our ministry and invited us into your lives and communities to share the gospel message. Our gratitude is immeasurable. As we look forward to 2020, we are even more committed to bringing you the most in-depth interviews and insightful teachings possible. We will continue to operate independent of advertisers or sponsors and will not sell commercials so that we cannot be influenced or intimidated by financial pressures. Our commitment to you is unwavering in our pursuit of dealing with the issues that face every believer's life. As we look ahead to the new year, we will be expanding our coverage of Israel, prophecy, the unseen realm, prayer, and life application contained in the Scriptures. We see 2020 as a year of a renewed hunger to go deeper into the Word across the globe, and especially in America. The winds of change are coming, and Israel is the epicenter of biblical prophecy. And we will be right there through an increase in coverage of the events that move us closer to the return of Messiah. We see a move of the Spirit that will be the catalyst for an even clearer division across the globe, but also a call for unity among believers unlike any other time in our history. These are the days of Elijah, and believe we will see a speeding up the end-time prophetic timeline. It is both exciting and a clear call for us to bring you new insights into the ever-changing landscape of coalitions that will see the rise of nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. We see an even deeper call to the cause of relevance being championed by a generation of new thinkers and an even greater influence on realigning the church to a greater responsibility to mentor and empower the new Copernicans to effect change from the status quo. We believe that in 2020 we will bear witness to the rise of new voices, and we intend to be a platform for those voices to be heard. Change is coming, and the Spirit is speaking a similar message through multiple messengers across the globe. We sense the new season of discernment is coming, as we've interviewed over 1,600 in the past 3 years and are seeing a pattern developing. More are questioning the doctrine and traditions of the last 2,000 years and are seeking after a truth that is transformational. On one hand, we've seen the exponential rise of the megachurch, and on the other, an equally charged generation that is hungry for relationship and engagement. 2020 will see a clear delineation and possible realignment of some, if not all, mainstream denominations facing the challenges of such major issues as same-sex marriage, ordination of practicing members of the LGBTQ+ community, and the ongoing gender debate as to the role of women in the church. 2020 will see more smaller churches closing their doors due to the rise of the megachurch, but also an overall decline in church attendance and financial support. The numbers of disenfranchised and unaffiliated will create a vacuum that will be filled by the creation of new churches with a new vision marked by an independent, non-denominational gathering that is not detached from the Bible, but no longer adhering to the doctrine that has not changed in hundreds of years. These new churches will be a reflection of the Acts 2 church, where there was an intimate sense of community and impactful relevance to those who are part of these new works. We see a new desire to be effective in the local community and refocusing of mission that is much closer to home. We see an increase in mentoring and deepening of relationships in the body. All this has been confirmed through the many we have interviewed and our own experience in actively teaching in the churches. Our scripture for 2020 is from Isaiah 43:19. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth, yet you not know it. I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. And from Acts 2:17. And it shall come to pass in the last day, saith the Lord, I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. We will see even more of the prophetic unfold, and these are the most exciting times to be alive since Messiah walked the earth. We already have an incredible lineup of guests for 2020, and you can look ahead at who is on the calendar by visiting ignitinganation.com/calendar. Without you, we cannot teach, reach, or engage in our mission to heal the world with the Word of God. We will return to our regular live broadcast and teachings on January the 6th. But while we are away, you can catch up on the best of Revealing the Truth, as we'll be rebroadcasting 24/7 via the website ignitinganation.com. You can also catch up on over 1,400 interviews on the Igniting Nation YouTube channel. The holidays always have a financial impact, and we hope you will continue to support us by donating online through the website or our Facebook page. From all of us here at Igniting a Nation, we wish you and your families a joy-filled holiday season and every blessing from God in the coming year. You mean more to us than just viewers and donors. You are ministry partners with us. May God richly bless you all.